Hey guys, Zonofair here, bringing you a gameplay stroke commentary of Sniper Elite V2 demo for the PC. And in this commentary I'm going to be chatting about a few things, mostly about Sniper Elite V2 and why I actually think it's quite decent, as well as some conversations about Battlefield and so forth. Okay, so let's get the tech spec part out of the way for those who want to know or are thinking about asking me in the comments. This is Sniper Elite V2 played on an Nvidia GeForce 8800 GT 512MB, an AMD Phenom X61055T at 2.8 GHz, and 8 GB of RAM on Windows 7 64-bit. From a performance perspective, the game is actually quite smooth. It plays really well. It uses DX11, it's a DX11 title, which is emulated on the 8800 GT by DX10 mostly, kind of like Battlefield 3 did last year. The renderer comes out as DX11, but that's because some features of DX11 are emulatable on a DX10 class graphics card, such as the 8800 GT. The performance is pretty good. It's really smooth. It looks nice, and it runs really well actually. Granted, it's not the best looking title you'll ever see, but I think it looks quite nice for what hardware it's being played on. See, it's getting to the stage now where the 8800 itself is actually quite an old card, and on the higher resolutions it is starting to struggle with stuff, because the fact is that games are optimized for better cards now, such as the the 5 series from Nvidia. But it plays really well. It's really quite smooth, and it's an enjoyable experience even when recording. Of course, when you're recording, it does help if you record to a secondary hard drive rather than the hard drive that you're playing the game off, because you do take quite a hit when you record a game off the hard drive that you're running the game off as well as recording. Okay, so let's talk about some gameplay for Sniper Elite V2 demo. The game itself is actually really fun. There is a lot I like about it. I'm not usually into sort of sniping games such as Sniper Ghost Warrior. It's never really taken my interest, as it's not really in general how I play. I'm more of a sort of frontline kind of guy, and snipers sort of sit back a little bit and watch a battlefield from afar. But I like the sort of slow-mo animations that this game gives you, and I like the bullet mechanics. Sort of like you have drop on your rounds as well as wind resistance and so forth, and when you pull a really nice shot, the camera will sort of follow the bullet, which is really smooth. So yes, it's been quite enjoyable so far, and I'm actually quite looking forward to this coming out. It plays beautifully. There is a lot I like about the mechanics of the game. Getting into cover is a bit tricky, and I'm not entirely sure about regen health for a game like this, where the onus is on being careful rather than being careless. Like, I feel that regenerating health kind of gives you a little bit of room to be careless, and on a game that's focused about precision, it doesn't kind of fit in. This is the game being played on Marksman difficulty, which is bullet drop in, but certain aspects of it are not, such as wind speed and so forth. They're not in the Marksman difficulty. I tried to go Marksman difficulty, Sniper Elite difficulty yesterday, and it's quite tricky. That would be a good one for those who really, really enjoy these sort of games. It's going to take a while to master. There are, as well as the gameplay being generally quite good, there are a few sort of niggles with the artificial intelligence that I've seen, especially when you sort of move up difficulties. There do seem to be a few problems there, and I hope that Rebellion get them sorted out, because quite frankly, they look a bit silly. A lot of the time, from what I can tell on Sniper Elite difficulty, the AI will just stand there and, sort of, hey, look at me, shoot me. Kind of like this guy here, he was completely oblivious to where I was. There are 3 levels of difficulty: Cadet, Marksman, and Sniper Elite. And this is the second one. This is the middle one, so Some things from the Sniper Elite version are in, and the wind travel is out. I found it quite tricky yesterday, and it's something that I'd like to put a bit more time into, especially if I pick up this game and it's released shortly. I believe it's released on PC on May the 4th, for those of you wanting to know, and will contain multiplayer modes as well as single player modes. So if you really like your sniper action, I'm sure the multiplayer is going to be absolutely thrilling for you. One of the other game mechanics that I really like is when you aim down the scope, you have to make sure that your heart rate's sort of stable, kind of like around 60 or 70 beats per minute, because if your heart rate's at 100 beats per minute, your scope sways and it's quite hard to pull off an accurate shot. And when your heart rate is so low and your lungs are filled, that's me, you can perform a focus time shot. And what happens is when you perform a focus time shot is a sort of a red triangle reticule comes up, and that will show you where your bullet's roughly going to go. It's fairly accurate, so where you point the red reticule and where you shoot is going to be it. There are a couple of other things that sort of make me wonder about this game, and one of them is there have been a couple of occasions where I've lined up for a shot and I've hit the guy clearly in his head, and yet he sort of runs away from it, and I'm just stood there thinking, what? You know, that's happened quite a few times. And there's a part a little later in the level where it is really prevalent. The main target towards the end of the level, I actually hit him as he just steps out of the truck in a short while, but for some bizarre reason, you know, you see sort of blood splatter and everything else like that, but it doesn't count. So I do hope they get that fixed too, because as well as looking daft, it's quite frustrating to pull off a shot that isn't rewarded, basically. But so far, my overall thoughts of the game are, it is quite nice, it looks nice, it plays nice, the gunplay handles well. Not so much when you actually have to resort to anything other than your sniper rifle. The aiming reticule on the weapons such as the Thompson is so huge that it's really quite hard to hit anything that's more than a few meters away from you, and when you do, you find out that you're actually wasting a whole clip to do it. So, you know, maybe a little bit of tightening up of weapons that aren't sniper rifles, you know, for your close quarters defense, such as this next bit coming up here. There's a guard here, and you can see that that reticule is massive for such a short range, and your bullet can go anywhere within that reticule. So hopefully they do take a look at that and look into tightening up the non-sniper rifle weapon mechanics, because such a large reticule is quite it's sort of quite off. You know, it doesn't quite feel right, and you can never get your shots right with it. But aside from a few small niggles like that, it's actually quite fun, and I'm really looking forward to this. Might even be worth picking up the first Sniper Elite as well. There was one released quite a few years ago now, which this is a sequel to. Might be worth taking a look out at that, see how that played as well. So, overall my impressions are good. I like this game and I'll be looking forward to it. And now, I'm going to move on to Battlefield and a couple of other games that have recently featured on my channel. A lot of you will have noticed that I'm still playing quite a bit of Bad Company 2 for the PC. If you do play Bad Company 2 for the PC on a fairly regular basis, by all means do feel free to fire across a friend request to me. My in-game name is exactly the same as my YouTube username, Zone of Fear. So do throw over a request to me, and I look forward to playing with you if you still play it. For those of you that have been watching my uncut videos, which I do quite often, I've got quite a few now, and they go through several hours. I hope you're enjoying the content that I've put up. And what I'm going to do is, as well as putting up content from games where I won, which is great, if I had a good game but still lost, I'm also going to upload that content as well, because it's just good stuff to watch. You know, you can't always win, as annoying as it may be. So what we're going to do is I'm going to not just upload the winning games from now on, I'm going to upload the losing games as well, where actually I had a really good time, and I hope you guys get some of that enjoyment too from what I upload. I also have quite a few videos on my channel as well, where they are performance tests of PC games on my specific hardware. The 8800 GT was quite a popular card, and I'd imagine there's still quite a few of them around there. But as well as showing the performance on PC hardware at whatever specifications, it's also there to demo the game as well. So if you've not taken a look at them, then please do. And yeah, there are quite a few games on there now as well, and there'll be even more in the future. I'm continuously adding to the channel, and if you wonder what a game's like, have a watch. It's not just there for people who specifically own 8800 GTs. It's there for all you guys who don't know how the game plays and would like to see how it plays. The hardware it's played on at that point is irrelevant, and you get to see how the game plays if you like it enough to, I don't know, try a demo of it or even buy the full game. That's entirely up to you, but it's not just there for performance reasons. It's there to show you gameplay as well of whatever game it is I am playing. As well as that, there are a couple of other things I'd like to mention. A lot of you guys who I am subscribed to, I've been watching your content recently, and I've actually really been enjoying it. And a couple of particular people spring to mind, and in particular 3 guys, and they are Shaz1874. I've been subscribed to your channel for quite a long time now, and I've always enjoyed your content. Keep it up, buddy. Spatsnaz Polkanost, I can never say it right, I got it wrong the last time I said it as well. His Battlefield 3 stuff for those Battlefield 3 players amongst you who are subscribed to my channel is quite good. You're really going to enjoy what stuff he has, and his Bad Company 2 stuff is pretty cool too. And also the Black Sunshine, who has quite a variety of videos from different games, as well as he's doing commentary on them as well. He's been subscribed to me for a while. I subscribed to him recently, and I've watched all his previous stuff, and it's really good. So if you guys have similar so I'm looking for similar tastes to these guys, the Black Sunshine and Shaz1874, they do a little bit of everything. They're not specific to a couple of games, which is fantastic because it adds variety to what you watch. And Spatsnaz Polkanost, for your Battlefield 3 and Bad Company 2 footage, their stuff's really good, and I'm quite pleased I subscribed to them because they have been entertaining, and I look forward to whatever future content they place out as well. I'm quite looking forward to it. Okay, and from my channel you should be seeing more Battlefield Bad Company 2 footage, usually uncut games, as well as Battlefield 3 stuff when I play it, and maybe some more Sniper Elite V2 gameplay, because I really enjoyed this demo. I had a lot of fun with it, even with the oddities of the little checkpoint thing there where I was able to destroy the dynamite a little sooner than I should have. Hopefully you fix that too, Rebellion. Get on it. But yes, I will be uploading all my usual content. As always, I do hope you enjoy it. And do let me know what you think by commenting. I read them all, every single one of them. So do let me know what you think in the comments, and I shall get back to you. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys now with the final bit of Sniper Elite V2 demo gameplay, and let you watch it in peace without my rambling. Okay, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Alright, take it easy now, guys.